That's right.
You are watching a master at work.
Work, 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 work. You see me heavy work, 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 work.
He's lucky he's in fucking baseball, for Christ's sake. He was released by the Cincinnati Reds. He was released by the fucking goddamn Atlanta Braves. We saw that Terry Crowley could sit on his fucking ass for 8 innings and enjoy watching a baseball game just like any other fan, and has the ability to get up there and break one open in the fucking ninth. So if this cocksucker mind his own business and let me manage the fucking team, we'd be a lot better off.
Then we have to go back out there and go about our business again, maybe with greater desire, greater sense of I don't know exactly what the word I'm looking for. Urgency? No, that wouldn't be the word. Hold on, I'll come up with it. Just more of a urgency isn't the word I'm looking for. A greater sense of urgency to get this done.
Pictures and all your pieces, 2 months to write, all your alibis to your pretend.
Welcome back, WNYWaterCooler.com podcast. No Zoom today because my computer is old as fuck. So this is Steve and we got Coast.
What's up, Janice? I'll try and talk a little louder for our hard listeners who are not going to be too happy about this audio quality.
Yeah, what are you going to do? I was thinking, who did we play last week? The game seemed like it was a month ago. I mean, I don't even really need to rehash much of what happened. It's such an ugly, weird game.
Yeah. I thought they played well in the first half. I thought they played well generally the entire game. Obviously took the foot off the gas in the second half, which after the game there's some, second guessing the punting, but I didn't have a problem in real time. And it would have been a 1 in 100,000 type loss if it happened. And so they got out of there, and I was happy with what I saw from the offense, and I thought the defense played well. So all in all, it was a pretty resounding victory, considering it was the score at the end, I thought.
Yeah, we somehow still almost lose on the last play, and I had coin on Bills minus 8.5. But yeah, the punts, I was like, fuck it, just punt it. Each one specifically I didn't care about, but in totality, I guess I should have had more of a problem with it. But I mean,
you're up 14. You're pinning Baker Mayfield inside the 10, who their only touchdown drive came 20 yards or whatever, 30-yard drive. They hadn't done anything on offense all day. You're up 14 in the fourth quarter. I mean, I think that the obvious move there is to just pin them. I mean, they're not. Are you going to go up 2 touchdown drives, 90-yard plus included, Baker Mayfield? Chances are no. I mean, look at that touchdown drive they had. It was an absolute miracle that it happened.
And how many fourth down penalties and weird shit happened on fourth downs for them to even get into the Hail Mary distance? It was like a fucking miracle. Everything was a miracle. There were so many weird fourth down penalties and conversions and shit.
Well, the touchdown drive, they had a 4th down and 10 conversion on an illegal contact, which there has to be one of those that kill us every game. And again, I thought it was just a garbage call. I think it was on Terrence Johnson again. But anyways, and then they had a 4th and 8 where Jordan Phillips, Baker Mayfield, going backwards, for 3 seconds. They somehow don't slow it dead. As he's falling to the ground, Jordan Phillips has his face mask.
Yeah.
He grabs his face mask at the last second. Another first down. And then the touchdown was a 4th and 10 that Baker throws it up to Evans, and Bedford's in perfect position to hit the shoulder pad and somehow deflect into Evans' lap.
It was bizarre.
Yeah, it was a crazy drive, and I just like I said, it was in order for you to lose that game by punting, it would have had to be an absolute miracle, and it almost was, but it wasn't, so they got out of there. But I didn't have a problem with it. I still don't have a problem with it. But
On Cincinnati. The team that we pretty much hate now. The coach I don't like. The quarterback I don't like the way he's probably like how people feel about Allen. Like you just want to punch him in the face. I don't like Burrow. I liked him at LSU, but he's like a weird guy.
Yeah, he's pretty cocky. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's very much humble in Joe Burrow. And the thing that is annoying is that he's been able to back it up like almost every step of the way.
Yeah, they always like somehow end up good. I still always think like it's the Bengals, and yet they win these games, and it's just like what the fuck? How they trounce the Niners? But on the flip side, they're 0-3 in the conference. Their 4 wins have been against the NFC. They're 0-2 in their division.
Well, the weird thing, the difference is...
Injuries. Burrow's hurt.
The sort of the case with... dude, we haven't won a close game this season. Well, I guess I forgot about the Giants game. That just feels like a loss. But
What?
Tampa, they beat the Seahawks a couple weeks ago, and they didn't score a point in the second half and had their longest drive was 19 yards. They beat the Rams like 19-16. So they sort of escaped in a couple of these games.
That's probably why I want to bury them, because they should have lost some of these games that they ended up winning. And it's like, how are they even 4-3?
Yeah, but they won them, and that exactly.
Yeah.
Like, we should have beat the Jets. We should have beat the Patriots. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. And we just, we didn't. And that's why we're in the position we're in. We're in a position now where it's really, I don't know, maybe slightly more than a coin flip that we make the playoffs. I don't know what our odds are, but it's not like a shoo-in at all, especially with all these nasty losses.
Well, who are the other wild card teams? It's the AFC North. Those teams are all going to face each other. You're scared of the Chargers, and every team in the AFC North, but the Cleveland. I don't know. Cleveland is the whole division is strange. All of them have like good and bad wins. I guess every team has that, but it seems like the North is just more pronounced. How they're by week to week, you don't know if the team is good or not. Baltimore, the last month has looked great, but they lost to the Titans, right? They have another bad loss, I think, too.
They lost to Indy.
Yeah.
Those teams all suck, but we could lose to all of them at this point.
Baltimore
I
doesn't
don't feel confident that we would beat any of those. Like, there's no guarantee to me anymore for the Bills, which we got used to them just killing everyone that they were better than. But now I don't know. It's been the story of the NFL.
Yeah, scoring's down and everything's pretty close. But like last week, how they don't cover 10 or 8, 9 is it should be. It's not worth studying, but it's just insane. But that's part of the the Bills haven't looked good the last couple weeks, and they have a bad loss against last 3 weeks. They losing to the Patriots, and the Patriots played like a perfect game. It was close the whole way. Well, they were winning most of it, but it just seems like that's like where the Bills come back and they win, and now they lost it, and it's going to come back and haunt them probably.
Inexplicable.
But the spread for the Bengals game is only 1.5 or 2. But our offense against Tampa, we didn't score a lot, but we looked really good. Except for we ran at their 40 was like our kryptonite. Because we finally get out of this fucking 12 personnel, 2 tight end shit, because we literally only have 1 healthy tight end. Knox, thank God he's hurt. Hopefully they have to amputate his wrist.
Yeah, we had over 400 yards of offense. We scored pretty much at will until we stopped trying. And I thought that the tempo we talked about, every single touchdown drive we had was under 5 minutes. Against the Patriots, we had 3 drives.
Just meandering,
5, 6, 7 minutes that amounted to nothing. The more opportunities you give yourself, the better. And I think that, most of the games we play, that's going to be the case. You don't want to limit possession. I don't know how I feel about the Cincy game right now, but I think we got to come out with the same attitude. Just try and jump on them early.
Yeah, this is like the worst team to play at the worst time of the year. Like, I don't know, maybe that it's never a good time to play the Bengals, but so you're working Shakir in more. They're working in the tight end finally. This fucking rook they had to trade up for because the last player they traded up for sucks. Replace him with a guy that probably is going to be pretty good. Packers dude, Douglas. And then we signed this D tackle. I mean, he's been in the league. He's a good player. They paid him a pretty good chunk of money. It wasn't like a vet minimum, so I'm sure he's hopefully ready to play. And he was clearly waiting till mid-season to get ready to sign a contract and win games. So
I'm pumped about this Lenny Joe. What's his name? Linval Joseph?
Yeah, he's only been in the league for fucking 15 years. Dude.
Already played in a Giants Patriots Super Bowl. It's like, oh my god, this guy's old, and then he's still younger than us, which is a little depressing. But
I feel young though.
Yeah, true. Yeah, man, he's 6'4", 320 something. He's a big guy, and he's gonna be a lot bigger than obviously Ed Oliver. He's undersized, but we needed a guy like that in the middle, and hopefully he still has some left in the tank, and he's rested, and he's ready to go in about 3 days because we're gonna need him.
I mean, the other thing, I mean, we get like the mini bye. I think this team really needed it. Like the injuries, the defensive scheme. There's been so many players coming in and out. I mean, maybe they'll get the defense right. I mean, we're playing against the top 3 receiver and a quarterback that seems healthy and he's fucking balling. So, I don't know. Chase.
We gotta. We have to get after Burrow. Just drill this dude. I don't care if we take a couple late hits. We gotta
pull Bengals last year where they're just cheap shotting our team, killing our players, literally.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of factor that's gonna have. Hopefully none.
Yeah.
He said he has no feeling about it, which I guess is good. I don't know how
Who said that?
feel, but... What?
Who said they had no feeling about it?
Dave. He said he doesn't feel a certain way about it. Like that Hamlin's good, everything, that's all behind them. So they're not gonna feel, like it. I don't know.
They're not gonna admit it anyway. But Allen even said in a podcast or something this week that it was weighing on their mind the whole rest of the season.
How can it not? A guy died in a game they were playing in. Basically,
yeah.
He came back to life. So
but it's not like.
Yeah.
I guess it was a little more extreme, but they see these guys go out with horrific injuries, and he ended up being. I mean, they knew he was going to be at least be able to live a life, and it's still lingering like a month later in your biggest games. That's a bit concerning, but I mean that's.
I can see it. I mean, it wasn't even a month, was it? I mean, the injury happened in January, so it was probably 2 or 3 weeks. 3 weeks after, I guess it would have been. And it was the same team, and there was a lot of, I'm not saying that
the 2022 Bills, they're really adding up excuses. But I don't know what the excuse is going to be this year when they're 10-7 and like the 7 seed or 6 seed. I don't know.
You're telling me I would take 10-7 right now and sign up for that.
Well, I'm using my phone, so I can't really look up their schedule. But I mean, they have to beat the Jets. Well, to get we're 5-3. I mean, you don't see 5 more wins on our schedule.
Well, these are the games that probably sorted by what will be favored by the most points. We got Denver next week. Then we got the Jets at home. After that, we got New England at home, the second last game. Those are 3 games that will probably be touchdown plus favorite. All 3 of them.
Yeah.
You win those. That's 8. Then you're going to Philly. You'll probably be underdogs by 3. You're going to KC. You'll probably be underdogs by 3. You're going to LA. That'll be we'll be favored by a point in that one.
Yeah, the Chargers. I mean, by that time they're gonna have a new coach. Still have an
We're
intern
gonna
coach.
be. Yeah, but I can see us losing that game.
Yeah, that's a weird.
Dallas at home. I think that
Yeah, that one. That's an interesting. Yeah, so it's
they'll be
gonna.
favored against Dallas. I like our matchup against Dallas. I actually like our matchup against Philly as well, but it's tough. I mean, you got to find 2 more wins out of those games. So you beat the Chargers and you're beating Dallas and the Chargers to get to 10. You're beating Chargers and KC.
You get the Dolphins. The Dolphins on the road, but there's going to be a lot of Bills fans there, and then you have.
Dolphins could be rested players depending on how things shake out. So
They could be, and we pretty much have their number. And then, I mean, the KC, yeah. So some of the Bills are supposed to be good. This is the first time they haven't been favored in fucking 18 games or some shit. More than that, I think.
they were favored last week too in this game until the Niners performance.
Yeah, and the Niners, I don't know. It seems like they're falling apart. That's their 3rd straight loss. But I mean, the Bengals came out and just touchdown. I mean, even fucking Mixon looks good.
So there's been a lot of talk this week. I heard about the Bengals defense. Did you look at the box score? I mean, I know it was like I didn't watch the whole game. I watched some of it, but the Bengals offense obviously was dominant. But the Niners had 460 yards, averaged over 8 yards a play. 30 yards per attempt was like 10, and they moved it up and down the field. The only issue was they had a terrible interception inside the 5, and they had another like horrendous interception
at the end of the game. Yeah, he had 2. The turnovers were inopportune times, and they didn't.
Yeah, so
the defense, the 49ers defense just didn't make plays.
The Niners or the Bengals defense got shredded.
Well, bend but don't break.
But they got takeaways, and that saved them. But I just, it's just, I don't know, the overreactions week in, week out are, that's how it is in the media.
Yeah, that's you too, though.
True.
Call you fucking Bono, motherfucker.
Usually I change my mind every 5 minutes. But,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. And it's like, oh, the Bengals are back. Yeah, they had a great game against San Fran, but they sucked up until that. Like, they've had one great game. The Seahawks game was not a great game for them. It was a lucky win.
Well,
The Seahawks were like 1 for 5 in the red zone. Like, I don't know.
yeah, the Seahawks, I don't trust that team. They always look good and bad. They're like the most two-faced team.
Yeah. So I think that people need to chill. I just feel this air of just cockiness from Cincinnati that I don't like. Like, there's nothing about that team that I like at all.
I like their uniforms, but that's about it. I don't like the players. I don't like that dickhead 92 or 93 that doesn't wear fucking gloves.
Hendrickson, is he
Yeah.
the one that was diving at our guys' knees and stuff?
Yeah, I thought he got hurt last week, but I don't know. I haven't looked at injury reports.
He did. He hurt his ankle, but I think he came back in the game. I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah, I can't stand that team. They should have lost to Baltimore in the playoffs. They get a 100-yard fumble return TD.
And 2 years ago, they should have lost in the playoffs, the first round.
They beat the Raiders.
Yeah, they almost lost that game.
In 2021, they got to play the Raiders and then the Titans.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then we have to always go to fucking Kansas City, like, before they do. I don't know. But the Bills, they need to toughen up and win a game that they're eminently capable of doing. I'm sick of these excuses. There's just too many excuses. Oh, Allen's shoulder hurts. Oh, they don't want to run Allen. Oh, we have to use all our tight ends, so we trade up for an overpay. Just fucking win, baby. Whatever happened to that?
I don't think there's any excuse at all. No. I think, Allen's resting his shoulder. I mean, everyone's got injuries they're dealing with, so that's
well, sitting out Wednesday, I don't care. Yeah.
It's not impeding his ability in any way. Like he was obviously really good against Tampa, so I don't know.
Well, and the defense, I mean, losing Milano, White, and the D tackle, all within like 6 quarters of each other. That is going to take a while to bounce back, but the defense better bounce back at least a little bit. I mean, and they just take so many fucking dumb penalties. Dumb penalties against the last 3 teams we played that keep them in games or cost us the games.
Dumb penalties. Yeah, the penalties have been killer.
And I was
the refs are terrible in this league.
And that's both ways.
And that's an excuse.
And the one thing I would always give McDermott credit for is he had the team ready to play. Well, he doesn't have the team ready to play the last few weeks.
Big test this week.
Yeah, it's a huge test. I mean, this is the game. This is the game of the year so far. I mean, the Dolphins game was huge and it was a home game, but the Bengals, they're really our arch nemesis. Not the Dolphins, because the Dolphins score a bunch of points against the worst defense of all time, although they're actually playing better, Broncos. But this better be a close game up until the end, or we better win. I mean, just win. I don't want to hear any more excuses after this. And of course, we'll come up with something to give an excuse about, but it's just how we're fanboys. I mean, we're to varying degrees, but
would this be the biggest regular season Bills win in the McDermott era?
Well, we beat the Chiefs. Although that was in 20 when there's no fans.
No, we beat the Chiefs.
We beat them last
21
year.
And 22 in Arrowhead.
Well, last year, yeah, we thought after we beat the Chiefs, we kind of thought we had the 1 seed locked up, and then it just kind of fell apart.
I don't even remember what happened. We lost to the Jets.
Yeah.
And that, if it wasn't for what's that safety on our team's name?
Tim Hamlin?
No, the Vikings lost. Cam Lewis.
Oh. That game I'll never. It's these games that are like act of God shit that happens to us that we lose.
Every loss we have is a miracle.
Seemingly, and that sounds like an excuse, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, 4-2 to the team. You have to question it. Win this game, or you're gonna have to win at Eagles. Or you definitely have to win at Chiefs. I mean, there's no chance of the 1 seed anymore. At least.
Yeah, I mean, you can also hope that Kansas City beats Miami.
Yeah, need the Dolphins
to
take some
You're still within reach in the division too.
Yeah. All
right. You kind of got 2 avenues, but it's tough, man. It's going to be tough. You basically, if you lose to Cincy, then you got to win your next 2. That gets you to 7-4 going into that stretch. Can you go 3-2 against Philly, KC, Dallas, Chargers, whatever it would be? 3-3, I guess it would be.
Yeah, it's a tougher slate than I realized. Is that NFC East teams after?
Yeah.
Well, what's your prediction?
I came into this week thinking we were going to get smoked. I sort of started to change my feeling about the game. I actually think our offense is going to be able to have some success here, but I don't see us having an answer for their offense. They're able to run it with Mixon, and if they can mix up the run, if they can do what New England did, except they actually have good players, like they might score like 38. So I'm going to take Cincy. I'm going to take them 38-30.
Yeah, I'm going 31-28 Bengals. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't thought a ton about this game because it's been such a weird. It's like a 10-day lull, and I'll probably be thinking about it now for the next 48, 52 hours, whatever it is. But the excuses and the softness and some of this bullshit, with a 10-point win can put some of that to bed, at least for a little while, but we'll see.
Yeah, if we win this game, I mean, think about how much of a swing it could be.
It's a pivot.
Say Miami beats KC, and we beat Cincy, then we're the 2 seed. Like, we're 1 game about Miami, the 1 seed, and we beat them.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot that can happen. Or, regardless of that, if we beat Cincy, regardless of the outcome in that Miami KC game, we're like either alive for the 1 seed, or we're like in the driver's seat for the division and alive for the 1 seed. So it's really just a huge game, especially considering KC or Miami is going to lose. So it's going to be. They need to have it. They need to have it. They got to get it to make up for. I just wish it wasn't. I wish we were playing like Denver this week.
Yeah. Well, we got to get to Southwest Ohio.
They never lost. The Bills have never lost a game where we've been there. So at Paul Brown Stadium.
No, I went to a loss there.
Oh, you did? Well, never. Not me. I'm 1-0.
Yeah.
What other game did you go to?
I went with the crew and we lost. It was a close game.
Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah, it was like a must-win game. I don't even remember. I can't think of it right now. I can't even look it up. But yeah.
Brian Scott, Byron, what's his name? Brian.
No, I went to 3 games there. I think
3. Holy shit.
2 or 3.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know if we've won in Cincy since the 04 game that we went to.
Jason Peters game.
Yeah, right. Jason Peters game when he was still a tight end.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk to you next week then.
All right. Later.
Like Buffalo.
Go fuck yourself.
Shit, I'm all about the bills like Thurman Thomas. I don't tip, I pay bills. Bitches call me Buffalo.
Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
Watch out for your cornhole, bud.
Okay, Lawrence.
Yes.